Hi guys, Gilly Hunt here with another of my videos on bows and knots and how to tie pretty things to go on your cards. And I want to show you this knot today, or a bow, I don't know which we call it. I call it a bundle bow. And isn't that a pretty way of just putting some little threads together? It's a great way to use up all your scraps and little ends of ribbons. So I'm going to pop that to one side and pop that there. I'm just going to let you know before I start showing you the bow what little bit of extras. I've used these lovely faceted embellishments which are available in the catalogue. Don't forget gillyhunt.com. If you need a catalogue, please let me know. Here are the embellishments we're going to use, and also I've used the dies, or this particular die, which is a rather lovely snowflake, to make that snowflake. And I've just die cut across. It's called the Christmas layers dies, and I've die cut a whole piece, and then I've cut away the individual flakes from within it. So for example, that's the one there. I've just cut that one away, okay, from just there, and so on, so that we've got a selection of little snowflakes. So don't forget, sometimes when you've got a big die like this with lots of elements to it, that you can often cut away little pieces of it and use them separately. Okay, so here's how we do a really easy peasy. I'm almost ashamed to show you this, it's so simple, but sometimes when you're new to crafting in particular, sometimes you look at things and go, wow, I would like to do that, and you don't even realise how simple they are. So first of all, I've just cut a piece from our designer series paper, which is the Feels Like Frost paper. Isn't that lovely? And I've then gone into my scrap ribbon box and chosen a whole batch of little ribbons that are kind of the same shades and go nicely on it. Now I could have chosen to have gone bright and lots of different new colours, but I'm going to go for this monochrome feel. Now when I'd finished, I didn't have any dark ribbon, and so I wanted some little dark strands just to pick out the darker elements. And then I found this, but it felt too heavy on its own. So what I would say to you is, don't worry, because this is going to be a scrappy bundle. Don't be worried about just literally hacking away a piece or two like this down there. It doesn't matter if it frays, it doesn't matter if it's sort of, you know, doesn't do as it's told, or if it's not quite, I don't know, if it's not quite straight. But just hack away a few pieces that you can then split up and use within it, because it will look great, whatever. So I'm just going to pick a few of these bits out, and I'm just going to lay them on my hand. So let's take a few. There we go. Let's try. I'm trying to get a nice mix of different shades from within those that I've chosen. I literally tipped out my box of bits. There we go. And I've now got a little bit that's a little bit longer, little piece of thread that's a little bit longer, and all I'm going to do is, if I can find the end, here it is, wrap it round and tie it in a double knot. So that's one, and that's the second. And that's just an ordinary double knot where you take the right hand over the left and the left over the right. And if you don't know how to do that, go back to some of my other projects and it shows you how to do those. I'm trying to think which one. It'll be the flat knot or it'll be the knobbly knot. So all we've now got is this lovely splayed out bunch of pretty ribbons. If I want to, I can now just cut a few up the middle, because that looks quite big and I quite like it to be a bit more feathered. Maybe that one I also want to just feather a little bit, so I might just cut it down a little bit down the middle. Okay, and I might just think, well, those stick out a bit. That one's a bit longer. And this is where you just trim it a little bit. Let's whiz down the middle of that one. Okay, and there we go. There is our bundle. Let's get rid of all the other bits of ribbon. And all I'm going to do is as simple as this. I'm going to put some wet glue on the back of here. That's if the wet glue would cooperate. Come on, wet glue. Oh, let me just give it a poke. For those of you that do occasionally get your glue sticking, it's usually because I've left it out for ages on the desk without putting the lid on, which is my silly fault. Just open yourself up a paper clip, simple paper clip, and that is absolutely the perfect size for just popping down and giving it a good up and down. Get rid of the stickiness, put it away. There you are, look, it's just released the glue. So a couple of dobs of glue on the back, stick it down somewhere. I think I'll just pop it into that middle, that side there. And then what I want to do is decorate it up. So I'm going to use one of the large ones, the large snowflakes. And I'm just going to stick it by its middle. I want the ends to be nice and loose. Okay, and I'm going to continue to do a few more. This one I want to be a little bit further down, so I'm going to pop that just as part of the background. And I've got some little ones here too. Just a few little tips of glue, not very much needed. And they always say in design that you should do 3s and 5s. So I've actually got 4 here, so I'm going to put one there. But I think what I will do is I will go and cut myself another one just to pop here, so that we give it, otherwise it looks a bit too even. Okay, and I'm then going to bring in a couple of these beautiful faceted gems, just to give it a little bit of extra sparkle in the centres of each of my little tiny snowflakes. And this set has, hang on, this set has some that are blue and some that have a more of a purpley hue to them. So these are more purpley and these are more blue. And there you go. There's 2 really lovely simple cards just using that simple bundle bow technique. Hope you enjoyed that. Come back for some more later on. Thanks very much.